Let's hear it for Joe for that. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, sir. Going to Boardman, you got to be a Browns fan with Bernie being an alum.
Well, no doubt about it. I mean, my dad kind of ruined me when I was younger because he always took me to his fantasy football drafts, and I never had a favorite team because I had to cheer for all my players. So I started doing that when I was like 10 or 11 years old, but of course I cheer for the Browns living here.
Now, what do you think, certainly recent years, let's go back to when Modell pulled the team out of Cleveland, went to Baltimore. That was a terrible, terrible, horrible thing for everybody. But now they're back. I'm sure there was a pendulum swing. There more Steelers fans
Right.
emerged over the border here into Ohio. What would be your guesses to the percentage?
I'd say it's a split. Honestly, I'd say it's an even split around here. On Brown Steelers days around here, you see a lot of tension and a lot of people at the store with their Brown stuff on, a lot of people with their Steelers stuff on, getting ready for the game, and it's a competitive rivalry around here. You don't see anybody screaming at each other and getting in fights, but they're definitely letting each other know who they think is going to win.
Well, let's take how many Steelers fans are here? How many Browns fans are here?
Well, they came to see you, but they know what you are, too. That's fine.
Did you play sports?
I boxed in the Golden Gloves throughout high school. I played baseball, basketball, football up until 9th grade, and then I fought in the Golden Gloves throughout high school. I had 5 amateur fights throughout the Mahoning Valley and into Cleveland, Aliquippa, Steubenville. So we traveled as a team. I actually fought with Kelly Pavlik on the same team, and that's how we became friends.
And by the way, we want to thank you because it's because of Joe that Kelly, of course, feeling a little self-conscious with that arm banged up right now. But what the heck, everybody knows, and he's recuperating. He's such a tough guy. He'll be back in there before you know it.
Just got to get back to training, get refocused on the task at hand, and get ready for Paul Williams, because Paul Williams is no joke. He's a big, tall, left-handed guy, strong, fast. Kelly's he's gonna have to get ready to roll for him.
Yeah, and Kelly, his attitude is, Joe, it's second to none.
He's a Youngstown guy, man. He's a hard-working guy. He goes, does what he's supposed to do, doesn't talk out of line, and does what a fighter does. Go in there and fight as hard as you can for your fans and for your community.
Now, you have represented Kelly in a few endeavors, huh?
Yeah, we did. My dad and I have done some deals for him. He got sponsored by Affliction Clothing. We worked through a contract with them. The BW3s, when he puts his hat on in the ring, we did some stuff with them. Local bank, Home Savings and Loan did some things with them. And just other groups in the area, get him to signings out at the fair and out wherever he needs to do. We just did one at the Walmart opening 2 weeks ago out in Liberty. So, we get him throughout the community, and he does a lot of stuff for charity as well out here, and he's going to continue to do that.
I was trying to get it out of him what his trunks are going to be for this upcoming
he wouldn't
fight
tell you,
with
would
Williams.
he?
No, I don't think he's necessarily made up his mind,
right.
But that's become a following unto itself with him.
If you noticed his shirt today, I saw that he wore his Cleveland police shirt because we were in the airport one day. This police officer that was working at the airport asked him if he could sign a glove, and I don't know where he magically pulled a glove from, but he had one under his desk, and then he gave Kelly a couple shirts in exchange for the autograph. So he loves that shirt.
And you know what? Supporting the military the way he does, Joe, and the local police, let alone being a Buckeyes fan, and certainly all the Cleveland sports too. It's just there's a professional athlete who is a role model.
Right, and he's working hard at it, and it didn't come natural to him. He's not a public kind of guy. He's a guy that likes to relax at his house and chill out and not be bothered a lot of the time. So sometimes you got to twist his arm a little bit, but he does what he's got to do.
I feel like I've known Joe for years. It's amazing. Life's funny, Joe, how we were brought together. It is so coincidental, and I must share this story because I think the fans will get a kick out of it. As you know, I'm born and raised in Chicago. My best friend, Bill Schreiber, growing up in Chicago, Bill and I have stayed very close throughout the years. Well, Bill's niece went to college at Ohio U. And you went to college at Ohio U.
That's right.
And you date Melissa, is that her name?
I dated her previously, yeah.
I never met her, but I understand she's very nice, and you dated her, and so I recently was in Chicago and visiting Bill, and he said, and I told him, or he had mentioned to me that you were a state senator in the Youngstown area, and I said, you got to be kidding me. I said, we're going to the Canfield Fair. I said, you got to connect me with him, and here it is. Small world, man.
No, he's a great guy, and I've known him for the past 6 years or so, and he's really a guy that always made me laugh. Real funny guy. I could see that you guys probably get along well and have a good fight here or there too.
We certainly do. We're the best of friends. Joe, thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Really appreciate the job you're doing, and certainly coming up on the show, Joe Schiavoni, the Ohio State Senator from right here in the Youngstown area. Thanks, Joe. Good job. And, of course, we're continuing with our All Bets Are Off show, this version from the Canfield Fair, and brought to you by the good folks at Armstrong Cable. Ashley Collins is next with her first STO Sports Update.